my mother is the second wife, and the first wife was a mother. She's dead now. May her soul rest in perfect peace. As a matter of fact, I did not know my mother until a particular time in my life.
He is a comedian and theater arts practitioner. He is Hafiz Oyetoro, but popularly called Saka. He is from Isenyi and born to parents who were farmers. His primary and secondary school were all in Isenyi. He went to OAU for his first degree. Today, on True Story, we have Mr. Hafiz Oyetoro.
Yeah, my name is Hafiz Oyetoro. I am from Isenyi. I was born in Adegbola, a village in Isenyi local government area. My parents are from Isenyi. They are farmers. They used to go to Adegbola to farm, and then they settled there after some time. And I was born there. And then eventually they took me back to Isenyi, where I started my primary school education at Baptist Day School, Koso Isenyi. Then when I finished there, I went to Koso Community Grammar School, Koso Isenyi. When I finished there, I went to University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, for my first degree in dramatic arts. And after some time, I went to UI to also pursue my education further. I had my MA in African Studies at the University of Ibadan.
Hafiz was brought up by his uncle under a very strict condition. This made him develop an inferiority complex.
Let me just say my uncle brought me up. But I really didn't find it funny at all.
Wow.
My uncle is a very strict, very hard, very high-tempered person. He used to beat me every day. I can't remember the day he didn't beat me when I was growing up under him.
Wow.
Even starting from my primary school days and all that. So at a point, I guess his own way of thinking that a child is growing up, he has this feeling that a child must fear him for him to believe that this child is a good child. Okay. So that idea was there, and so at a point I just became a loner. He never allowed any freedom of expression. When a child offends you, no matter how stupid, I've come to realize that no matter how stupid his excuse will be for committing that crime, okay, you must allow that child to say it. And you say, why did you do this? I did this. Okay, now, because you have done this, you know that this thing that you have done, this is the implication. Because of that, I'm going to beat you. Then the child will feel cool, even when you have beaten him, because he will feel he has been given the opportunity to express his feeling. I considered myself as one of those children who was brought up under a very uncomfortable, condition. But to the glory of God, it turned out to be a blessing to me, because that experience has actually built me.
He got married at age 40. He says the way he was brought up was responsible for his late marriage, since he was not able to interact with the opposite sex.
I got married when I was almost 40 years. Maybe if I had been brought up under a normal, free atmosphere or condition, I would have had a stronger power of interaction with Not only my my same sex, but the opposite sex. So when I got to the university, my first year in the university was like, I was just there. I was always alone, sitting down. I couldn't interact with people. I was a loner. That was the first thing. But fortunately, I met one very wonderful man. We never forget the guy, Mr. Chuck Mike. He's not a Nigerian. He's a black American. He was a lecturer at the dramatic department there. Now, he noticed at our first audition, so he decided to take me up like his son. He took me to University of Ibadan, to the one speech expert, Mrs. Ajayi, who was also like my mother. She took me like a son. She was teaching me. She was putting me through speech therapy for almost all the 4 years I spent in Ife.
Wow.
So I was going to University of Ibadan from Ife every Saturday for speech therapy. It was during that time that the woman was able to remove all those tension, all those loneliness, and all those inferiority complex, within me. So I was able to speak, to have a little interactional ability with other people. But most of the time, even up to today, okay, I'm always a quiet person. Yes. So what that experience has taught me, the influence it has on me is that it created a person who is quiet, who is not an outgoing person, just like I told you, it's a miracle that I find myself in the theater. If not because of the theater, I do not think people will know me. Even members of my family may not know me. A very quiet person. That's one. Two, it built a man in me, an independent man who never thinks that something is too terrible or a problem is too hard to solve. As far as I'm concerned, when there's a problem, there's a problem. I must solve it. It toughened me. I can live anywhere. I can live under any condition. I work under any condition. It's I used to trek kilometers. Because I was, immediately I finished my O level, I was working with him, with my uncle, 50 naira a month. That was my salary. So I will trek to Union Bank. From Union Bank, I would trek to National Bank to go and lodge money. I was like a clerk. I used to check his. He has a restaurant, so I would go and take stock, collect money from all those guys. Then the one that's supposed to go for it. The distance was about 10 kilometers a day. So I was only once in a while, when he was going that way, or when his driver was going that way, that they would just pick me. But every day I used to do that. So at a point, I was just hard. Internally, I'm a hard person, highly determined person. So when I finished my first degree, I was moving up and down doing theater. In our time, just a little before now, theater arts, especially theater practitioners, were not there at all. Financially, everything, poverty, no money, nothing. But because of that hard thing in me, I was just going on, and thank God today, that upbringing has actually helped me a lot to be on my own. In some villages in this part of the world, when you have money, whether you kill somebody, whether you are an armed robber or a 419 or whatever, or you embezzle public money, then you are Baba. They give you chieftaincy title.
He is a comedian and theater arts practitioner. He is Hafiz Oyetoro, but popularly called Saka. He is from Isenyi and born to parents who were farmers. Today, on True Story, we have Mr. Hafiz Oyetoro. According to Hafiz, some youths live a life of packaging. He says they are in a hurry to achieve success. He says the youth should try to be themselves.
The youth of today, they are very interesting people. We thank God that we are still youth. We are very interesting people, but not all of us are interesting. Some of us are not doing well at all. We live fake life. We live in fantasy, all in the name of packaging. Our content is zero. All right? In terms of moral, in terms of commitment, in terms of discipline, in terms of serious view of life, some of us are not really doing well at all. We do not appreciate the philosophy and principle of dignity of labor. We are so much in a hurry. Now. Somebody who has been working for 50 years is using Jeep now. Somebody among us, the youth, want to start now, want to start his own work now, and start using a computer tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. The worst part of it is that this our social networking is also giving us, my students, most of my students, you give them assignments to go and read, to go and do this and do that. They go on the internet. He said, go and Google something out. Instead of even using the internet for good things, you see them on Facebook, you see them on Twitter, you see them on WhatsApp, and then when you now see what they are doing, it's rubbish. Something that does not really add value to their lives or to anybody's life. Most students, they come to school with other people's results. Yeah. We have special center these days. We have all those things. People who are just see them, good clothes, ties, shirts, everything, you know, moving about, parading, you know, telling lies, you know, pretending to be what you know one is not. It's a terrible thing. The best person anybody can be is himself. The best person I can be is me.
Yes.
That is the best person I can be. Once I am me, if I am me every time, I am in my best. But if I try to be you, I will be copying and I will not be as original as you are. Then I'm fake. So the best person I can be is me. Some of our youth today are not themselves. They pretend to be somebody else. The situation in the country has also, you know, put more problem into our youth today. Yes. Corruption everywhere. Our social setting is not critical. It does not ask questions. If you have money, you have money. Nobody wants to know how you get it. In some villages in this part of the world, when you have money, whether you kill somebody, whether you are an armed robber or a 419 or whatever, or you embezzle public money, then you are Baba. They give you chieftaincy title. If you are a hard-working, honest person, nobody recognizes you. Our youth should not allow that to come to their mind. People should channel. We are very intelligent. The youth in Nigeria, we are very intelligent. We can use our intelligence and channel it to a positive things that we add positive value to the entire society. So youth of today, in terms of commitment, in terms of seriousness, and in terms of adding positive values to the society, we are not there yet. We are not there. I think we can do a lot more.
On the issue of corruption and who is to blame, he says everyone is at fault and it's all a matter of insincerity.
When I was in secondary school, there was a mango tree, beside my school actually. So we used to go there. Those who are big enough, they will climb. And then some of us, small boys, we will be at there. And then those guys will be plugging the mango and be throwing it down. Okay? All of us will be picking it. Those of us will be picking it, with all concentration, we pick it together. Then at the end of the day, those guys will come down, and then they will now share the mango accordingly. No fight, nothing. Those with all the sincerity, everything will just go smoothly. Okay, that is what used to happen then. Okay. So the situation in the country these days is like that. Those at the top and those below. In those days, those at the top, they have conscience. They plug the mango and throw it down. And those that are down, they are also sincere. They gather it with all sincerity, put together. And then at a point in time, those at the top and those down, they will come to a level and everything will be shared with this. These days, that is how we are today. These days, anybody that is on top of the mango tree will plug the mango, put it in his pocket, in his mouth, in his collar, everything, full everything, everywhere. Then those guys at the down will be looking all to see it. So if one suddenly comes down, accidentally, if he drops down, bam. But those people down, if anybody catch him, don't hide it. I say, I don't have nothing. So the thing is that the problem is not, that's where I'm going is that it is not a matter of government alone. It is, the problem we have is the problem of leadership and followership. There is no sincerity. The government is not responsible for a student who goes about to buy results.
That's true.
Okay? So in fact, the issue of corruption these days in cuts across everywhere. Parents will take their children to buy questions. To all those, so miracle centers, special centers, all those things. So all those things are there, I must tell you. So it's a problem of the parents, the teachers, the government, and the youth themselves. It's just a personal, it's okay, we say, oh, Nigeria is bad, everything is terrible. We still have people, when you go to market, we still have, I'm sorry to say this, we still have people at the marketplace who we consider going about helping people to carry their luggage.
Yes.
We still have people who are doing cleaning job. We still have people who are doing messenger. We still have people who are driving. We still have people who are riding Okada with their degree. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm saying that even despite the fact that the situation is bad, some people have decided to take the honest way of living. So if all of us, both the leader, some people, pension money, over 2-something billion. Somebody carry it. Go together with his caucus, go finish, and then at the end of the day, what do we hear? Then that person should go and pay 700 and something thousand or so number of months a day. It doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Our social setting is not critical, it's not asking questions. In some villages now, once you have money, you'll be given chieftaincy title.
Yes, very much true.
If you don't have money, no matter how hardworking, how honest you are a fool. Nobody is asking anything. Do you understand it? Is it the government?
No.
No government. So what I'm saying is that everybody, all of us, we are at fault. So it's just a matter of revisiting our values and then try as much as possible to, refine them.
Today on True Story, we have Mr. Afeez Oyetoro. He says sincerity to oneself is the key to achieving one's potential in life.
Sincerity to oneself. When you are sincere to yourself, when you face the reality of your life. Of course, you don't do things because Mr. A is doing it.
Yes.
In my language, they say don't use other people's clock to check your time. Okay? Because somebody is doing something, you want to no. For you to be able to identify your potential, it's very easy. Find it. What is it that you do very easily, that you enjoy doing, and you are doing it well? That is where your potential is. It's very simple. Okay? And once you identify it, or if you are confused, you don't know it, ask people.
Yes.
Go out, interact with people, discuss with people. Somebody will tell you, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And then you think about it. Which one? Well, okay, it's talent. What is talent? Talent is the ability to do something extraordinarily well without putting extra effort. Okocha, when he gets on the field now, the guy will just play, will just be playing with ball anyhow. Okay? That is, he does it with ease. That is his talent. When you do something well without putting extra effort, then that means that is where your potential is. Sometimes it can be talking, sometimes it can be reading, sometimes it can be music, sometimes it can be acting, sometimes it can be anything. So once you are able to identify that, people must be satisfied and be proud of their potential. And having done that, they must also be ready to polish whatever potential they have. Yes. Our potential is like raw gold. You know, have you ever seen raw gold before? It's just like dirty stones. But when it goes through refining, it comes out well and everybody likes it. Okay, so once you are able to identify that, pray about it. I'm very sure God will answer you. And then be realistic. Don't say somebody is a doctor and I have ability, my own potential is in bricklaying, and I want to go to do doctor something by fire, by force. It doesn't go well. Just be a bricklayer and do the bricklaying very well. Then you become a superstar there.
Yeah. Being with Afeez Oyetoro was fun all the way, and we never end this interview without giving some of the youth the opportunity to ask him some questions.
We are upcoming actors and playwrights, and we want to get things done. Sometimes you have a vision, you have a dream, you have this objective you want to actualize, and the finance is not there. How do one go about getting these things done? Financial wise, when it comes to production works?
Let me start from the last one, financial wise. There's nothing I can do about it. Myself, I don't know about it. But on a serious note, Conscience, you have a vision, you want to go about it, and then there's a problem of finance. It's a general problem, okay? And this is one major challenge that we have in the entertainment industry. Major problem that we have is the issue of corruption. All the resources that are available for us in the country are not sincerely, harnessed to the benefit of everybody. Some just few people who are holding on to it, and it becomes very difficult. I pray that one day things will move on, but just be consistent and go and to just continue to pursue your goal. One day you are going to get there.